What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha. And first things first, I'd like to indicate I was about to shoot a different reaction video, but some people in the Aha family, Sophia in particular, have mentioned that they always enjoy seeing Luca on camera, and recently she has been spending time out in the living room. It's been super hot. Admittedly, last week it's been cooling down, and she just came in here and jumped up, and so I said, you know what, I'm going to do the Aha reaction first. So yeah, ultimately, we're going to listen to a tune that's a bit of a diversion, a bit of a sidestep, which it's a track that Henry, I want to give a big shout out to you, sent me a few weeks ago, and it's a cover of a Depeche Mode track. Now, people who know the channel will know Depeche Mode is one of my favorite groups. I've been listening to them since I was a kid. I continue to enjoy their music right into the present. And ultimately, I was not aware previously, and there may be some other people in the Aha family who've mentioned this to me before. If that's the case, I apologize. But yeah, that they've covered a Depeche Mode tune. So when I learned this, I was fascinated. Once again, big shout out to you, Henry, for sending this over. It was a few weeks ago. And yeah, we're going to listen to their cover of A Question of Lust. I love the Depeche Mode original. It's Morten at his most vulnerable. It's Morten sort of in the sonic spotlight of the track because it's a very stripped down and minimal tune sonically. At the same time, it's very tender and sweet, I think, sonically. And it's a song that gets at the psycho-emotional experience of being a human being who has passions and romantic and intimate feelings toward another person. So, and also the complications that can go with that interpersonally. So it's a tune that I think speaks to a lot of what Depeche Mode has done well over the decades. And I'm curious to hear what Aha will do with it. So this is from, again, 2010, so Foot of the Mountain / ending on a high note period, obviously a period of transition, maybe even turmoil. So yeah, let's hear what Aha does with a classic from Depeche Mode. This is Aha covering A Question of Lust by Depeche Mode.
And this one, Depeche Mode, Question of Lust.
Oh, it's bigger. The guitar, piano too.
Fragile, like a baby in your arms. Be gentle with me, I never willingly do you harm.
Morten singing this song is just, my brain can't.
Apologies, I seem to get from me. But just like a child, you make me smile when you care for me. And you know, it's a question of lust, it's a question of trust, it's a question of love. Let's one with beauty, cut not to dust. These are these things and keep us together. Independence is still important for us though. It's easy to make the stupid mistake of letting go. My weaknesses, you know each and every one. But I need to drink more than you seem to think before I'm anyone. And you know, it's a question of lust, it's a question of trust, it's a question of not letting one little bit come to dust. These are these things and more that keep us together. It's a question of lust, it's a question of trust, it's a question of not letting one little bit come to dust. question of trust. It's a question of not letting what we've built up crumble to dust. It is all of these things and more that keep us together.
Fantastic. I love how they played it relatively close to the original, but still put their own stamp on it. Both in terms of, you know, Paul's growling guitar, giving it a different flavor overall, as well as Morten's, you know, it's his angelic, unique voice. And that's nothing against Martin's voice in the late 80s. And indeed, I think, even though when I think of Depeche Mode, I first think of Dave, I think of Dave sung songs. But again, among Martin's songs, Question of Lust is one that I put very highly. So a really cool tune to cover, and again, hearing Morten's amazing voice sing a Depeche Mode tune is like, I couldn't even believe what I was hearing at the beginning. Yeah, so that's fantastic. You know, an instant favorite for multiple reasons. And yeah, it's interesting. This is obviously at a time when there's a lot going on with a-ha, and I say that still waiting to see the movie because I'd like to, if I can, you know, sort of react to bits of it. I realize when you react to films, and certainly, you know, that counts for documentaries as well, you can't just show the whole thing. I am doing riffs of like old TV shows from the 70s and 80s, and I can post full episodes of that, and it doesn't even register any copyright. But again, a movie like, you know, the a-ha film, I realize that's going to be a different ballgame entirely. But the point is, I've been holding off just because I like the idea of, on some level, even if it's in bits and pieces, going through it with the a-ha family. But even without having seen that, I get it. This is a time of, you know, a lot of internal turmoil. Internal turmoil should be a good album name, I feel like. But it's amazing how, you know, everything is sounding good there. As I was going to comment at the very end, the synth bass and the keyboards in general, like, sounding fantastic. As I said, Paul's like, not like angry, but a bit edgy guitar, just sort of draped over the whole track. That was fantastic. And you've got Morten, you know, hitting the heights with a tune I've known with a different singer for a very long time. So big shout out to a-ha, big shout out to Henry for sending this, shout out to all the a-ha family. Luca would say the same, but she is asleep. But I'm happy she's on camera for this one because, again, when it's been hot for the last several weeks, last couple months, she's been spending most of her time in the living room because it's cooler out there. So, in any case, from her and I, shout out to you and all of the a-ha family. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.